I'm still waiting on parts here. So I just wanted to take the time to talk to you guys. We use the Second Amendment to protect ourselves and our family from tyranny. It's just as important as all the other amendments. You have the First Amendment, which in my opinion is probably the most important because that is how you advocate for your Second Amendment, your right to bear arms. Without the First, I wouldn't be able to post this video. We wouldn't be able to call our congressman, our governor about the Second Amendment, about our gun rights. We would not be able to advocate for those. It goes a lot deeper than that. It goes all the way down to P2P, file sharing, between you and me. If you have information, you should be able to share it with me. It's kind of a blanket of different things that it covers to protect you and me from a tyrannical government. Let's be sure we use them to the fullest extent. Okay, let's go down to the laptop. Let's get started. Okay guys, here's the channel. Always feel free to subscribe. Visit me on Instagram, Reddit. Okay, see the videos there. Hopefully there's more by the time you watch this. We're actively working on that. If you have anything to discuss, leave it in the discussions tab. It's about me always. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. All right, so we're gonna head on over to Google. Just open a new tab, Google download Tor. It's gonna take you to the torproject.org. And immediately it takes you to their download tab of their webpage. And you're gonna see the download for Windows, download for OS X, download for Linux, download for Android. I've used Tor for all of these over the years, and it's an excellent browser. It's an excellent program. It's not as fast as your regular program because it has the built-in VPN. So that's why it slows it down. Maybe if more people used it, they would have more nodes, more servers out there that you can run through. So click the download. It's going to download into your downloads folder. Double click it. It's going to start the install. Click English. And just let it go through the motions there of extracting all the files. Now, natively it installs to your Windows. So you have a shortcut and you have the Tor browser. You can move that anywhere you want, but just for the purpose of this video, we're gonna leave it where it natively installs because that's what I always do. Now, when you first start Tor, it takes a second. It's gonna load. And every time, so as you can see here, it's relatively slow. My cable internet's a lot faster than that, and we are on a LAN cable here. So, and out of the box, it shows we're from Luxembourg, so we're on a European server here. All right, and you can just double check that. Just type in YouTube. It also has extensions that'll show your IP address and what country you're in. As you can see here, there's a lot of German, YouTube, DE, Denmark, or that could be Deutschland. But as you can see, these videos here are all from Europe. They're not American. So that's another way to check which server you're using, which IP address you're using, is to just go to YouTube and it'll go to the local version of YouTube. Okay, all right, so what you're gonna wanna do is open up your Tor browser file on your desktop, go to Tor Browser, Data, Tor. All right, and then you're gonna see a file down at the bottom called torrc. It is basically a configuration file. You wanna open it up with Notepad and then down at the bottom, this has some basic information here that Tor can use. So you're going to want to type in at the bottom entry nodes, curly bracket, US, curly bracket, strict nodes, 1. Now you can leave this 1, you can leave this 0. You can also put in multiple hits in between nodes and strict nodes. But for this purpose, we're going to use US because we want our browser to be as fast as possible. So when you go to save it, you click all files, you just highlight torque and you click save. Otherwise, it's going to try to save it as a text file and then it will not work. Okay, for this test, we're going to use 0 on our entry nodes and 1 on our exit nodes. And the exit node is the IP address that the website sees. So it is going to see that we are from a US server. Now we go back to fast.com and check our speed. Bit slow at first, but we are close to double what it was, and we are in Durham, US. So see, and this is a good way. There are other ways you can install. You can install web extensions that allow you to see what country you're in. Double check your IP. It'll have a little flag in the toolbar. Will tell you where you're from. And we just run over to YouTube. Check right here. We are on the US side of YouTube. So that's always another way to check if you don't want to install. If you're running low on space, what have you, you don't want to install any extensions. That's always one way to check. Okay, so we're going to head back, Tor Browser, Tor. We're going to go back, open up our torque file, and just edit it one more time. We're going to place a 1 on our entry node, strict node. And what this is going to do is it's going to make sure where we enter and exit from the US. So this should speed up our browsing significantly. And it's not going to be, there are Tor servers, Tor nodes all over the US. So it's not going to be consistent, but at least it will be a domestic presence. Your Tor browsing will be a domestic presence. It's not going to be as safe. It's definitely not going to be as safe. So please, if you're, and I don't advocate doing anything sketchy, but if you're doing anything sketchy, be sure you leave this alone. Just use Tor out of the box, okay? And as you can see, man, we are close to triple the speed. Okay, and it shows we're in Pittsburgh. It's pretty far away from where we're at the moment. So let's try that again. Yeah, almost triple the speed from running it out of the box. So we're gonna create a new identity. You can create a new identity, and what that does is it just clears everything out of Tor. It's gonna grab you a new server where to come from. We have our servers locked to the US, entry and exit. So, wow, what is that? It's more than quadruple our initial speed, guys. And it shows we're in West Palm Beach, USA. That's a lot closer to where we are physically. So it is going to be hit and miss. Your speed will depend heavily on that. But, at the end of the day, you need to be aware of how to stay anonymous online. It's not up to me what you're doing. It doesn't matter to me. You have that right, The Patriot Act expired March of this year. Big Brother is always watching. That's just the truth. Look at Edward Snowden. Look at any whistleblower, any journalist who posts anything against the government. Just look at them. I'm not here to advocate anything illegal, but you should be able to protect your freedom of speech. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more. I'm Rilo, and this is Rilo 2A.